Hi friends, this is Shekhar Srinivasan and welcome to my Flutter video series. In the last video, we have discussed in detail about how to get started with proper Flutter application development. We have learnt what are stateless widgets and what are stateful widgets and the difference between stateless and stateful widgets. Along with that, we have also understood how to organize the files present within the Flutter application. If you haven't watched the video, please make sure that you watch it prior to this video for better understanding. In this video, let us understand how to use stateful widgets more in detail by creating a login form with the support of text field widget. And also we shall learn the importance of controllers in Flutter application and how it will be used to data bind the controls and retrieve the value from the text field and display the result. Watch the video completely. If you want, set the speed to 1.5x also, but watch completely for better understanding. So without wasting much time, let us get started. Let us first create a new file. So let me right click on the screens folder and select new file. Let me provide the name as loginscreen.dart. Now let us first import the material dart package. And now let us create the class for our stateful widget. So let me type in stf and press the tab, and then let me provide the name of the class as login screen. We have got the required boilerplate code. Now let me set the screen as the startup screen for our application. So let me open the main.dart file and let me update the runapp method to accept login screen. And let me comment the previous startup Dart file import statement to avoid warnings. Let me flip back to the login screen and let me collapse the Explorer to have some room space for our code. And whenever we say a login form, we need two input controls, right? One to accept the username and the other to accept the password. So depending on the number of controls we are going to use, we need to take the support of that many number of controllers. And for an editable text field, we need to use text editing controller. So what does text editing controller means? Whenever the user modifies a text field with an associated text editing controller, the text field updates the value and the controller will notify its listeners. And listeners can then read the text and selection properties to learn what the user has typed or how the selection has been updated. And similarly, if you modify the text or selection properties, the text field will be notified and will update itself appropriately. In simple terms, with the support of text editing controller, we can achieve two-way binding for editable text field controls. Since we will have two text fields, let me define two text editing controllers. So let me type in text editing controller uname controller equal to new text editing controller. Text editing controller pwd controller equal to new text editing controller. And then I would like to display the collected information and display within a string. So let me define a variable string underscore message equal to, let me assign an empty string. Now let us define our build method. So let me first remove the container and let me replace with the material app. We can notice there is an error displayed on the simulator, but no problem, we shall resolve that shortly. We know that material app needs to set a property called as home. So let me type in home colon scaffold of app bar of title colon text of login form, body colon container of child colon. Let me take the support of list view, and the list view can have a capability of placing any number of child elements. So we have a property called as children which takes an array of widgets. So let me try to use the text field. So let me type in text field of, let me set the controller for this control for data bindings. So let me type in controller colon uname controller. comma keyboard type colon text input type dot, we can observe different types of keyboard inputs. Let me select email address. Remember that this will not perform any email ID validation. It will update the keyboard layout to accept the email ID in a comfortable way. Next, let us decorate the text field. So let me type in decoration colon input decoration of label text colon username. We can observe the username has been displayed as a label on the simulator. Next, let me set the hint text. Remember that hint text acts like a watermark or placeholder text. So let me type in hint text, enter email ID. Now, to verify, let me click on the text field. We can observe the label text has been shifted as header and the hint text is displayed as a placeholder text. Next, I feel like if we provide an icon before the text field, it would look much better, right? So let me type in icon colon icon of icons dot person underscore outline. We can observe a small icon is displayed, looking great. Next, let me add a border also. To do that, let me type in border colon outline input border of border radius colon border radius dot circular of 5.0. We can observe a nice rounded corner borders for our text field, right? But something is missing. Okay, let us try to wrap this text field into padding widget to provide some proper spacing. To do that, let me move to the text field. We can observe there is a light bulb is displayed, right? It is used to provide the suggestions. So let me click on the bulb and we can observe one of the suggestions is to wrap the content in padding. So let me select that suggestion. We can observe now the entire text field has been added as a child to the padding element. And we can also observe there is a nice padding is displayed. Now let me copy the entire code and paste. We can observe one more copy of the username is displayed. So let us update as per the requirement. First, let me change the controller name to PWD controller and then text input type I will change to text. Since the value of password should not be displayed, we need to set one more additional attribute, that is obscure text colon true. And then let me change the label text to password and hint to enter your password. If you want, you can also change the icon to display something relevant to the password also. Next, I would like to have a button to submit the request. So let me type in raised button of. We need to set the mandatory attribute on pressed. And then let me type in child colon text of login. Now let me use the suggestions bulb and let me wrap this control using center widget. Now we can observe the login button is at center. We shall write the code for on pressed later. And finally, let me use a text widget to display the result. So let me type in text of underscore message. And using the suggestion bulb, let me wrap within the padding widget. Now let us write the code for the on pressed. To collect the value from the username and password, we need to take the support of controllers. So let me type in var uname equal to uname controller dot text, var password equal to password controller dot text. And since I need to set the values for the message, let us use the set state method. And underscore message equal to username colon $uname slash in password colon $password. Now let us verify if everything is working as expected or not. So let me type in the username as shekharonline4u@gmail.com and the password as Srinivasan. And then let me click on the login button. We can observe the username and the password is displayed in the text widget. Something is lacking, right? Okay, let me change the icon for the password. So let me select icons.lock. Now it is looking good. Okay, next let me remove the value present within the password and let me once again click on the login button. we can observe the value of username is displayed but the value of password is empty. I feel that it would be better if we can perform some validations on the text field before submissions, right? That would be really awesome. So in the next video of my Flutter video series, we shall learn how to perform the validations on the editable text controls. I hope you have enjoyed this video and understood how to use the text fields and create a simple login form in Flutter. Friends, before I conclude this video, a small request. If you really feel that my channel deserves more subscribers, please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the notifications to get the updates of my latest videos. And also give a like, share your opinion as comment, and please share this video with your friends. Who knows, this series might help out someone who wants to get started with Flutter app development, right? Thanks for watching. Happy programming. Yours, Shekhar.